Chapter 8. In Python, the three fundamental methods of control flow in a programming language are sequential control, selection control, iterative control. Here we will learn only about the first two methods of control flow in the reference of the Python language. Sequential control. When the program is executed line by line, example, from the first line to the second line, then from the second line to the third line, and so on, it is called sequential control. All the programs that we have learnt about till now are based on the sequential control. In sequential mechanism, all the program statements are executed one after another. Chapter Selection Control. This control flow mechanism allows us to execute a selected number of statements in a program instead of executing all these statements. The selection control mechanism is implemented through selection control statements, also known as decision-making statement. Decision-making is a process in which a programmer tests certain conditions in the program. If the condition is true, a set of statements is executed, and if the condition is false, another set of statements is executed. In Python, there are three types of decision-making statements, and they are if statement, if-else statement, if-elif statement. Let us learn more about these decision-making constructs. The if statement. The if statement is the simplest form of decision-making statement. It takes an expression and checks if the expression evaluates to true. If the expression is true, the block of code in the if statement will be executed. If expression evaluates to false, the block of code is skipped. The flow diagram given here shows the control flow generally followed by the if statement. Python if statement. Text expression. False. Body of if. True. Statement just below if. The syntax for the if statement is if expression. Statement 1, Statement 2, Statement N. Let us see a few examples to understand the use of if statement in Python programs. Example 1. In example 1, we see that the condition evaluates to true, therefore the print statement is executed. Example 2. In example 3, we see that the condition A is equal to B under quotes evaluates to true. Therefore, the block of code inside the if statement is executed. Selection control. Single statement condition in Python. If you need to write only a single statement under if, you can write it in the same line using single statement Python decision-making constructs. Example 4. The if-else statement. The if-else statement checks the expression and executes the if block when the expression is true, otherwise it executes the else block of code. The else block should be right after the if block and is executed when the expression is false. Syntax. If expression statement, else statement. Python if-else statement. Test expression true. Body of if statement just below if, body of else, false. Example 5. In example 5, we see that the condition A greater than B evaluates to false as the value of B is greater than that of A. Therefore, the block of code inside the else statement is executed. The if-elif statement. In Python, we have an elif keyword to chain multiple conditions one after another. With elif ladder, we can make complex decision-making statements. The elif statement helps you to check multiple expressions and it executes the code as soon as one of the conditions evaluates to true. Python if-elif statement. Text expression 1. Yes, statement 1. No. Test expression 2. Yes, statement 2. Test expression 3. Yes, statement 3. Statement just below if-elif. Syntax. If expression 1 statement. Elif expression 2 statement. Elif expression 3 statement. Else statement. Example 6. In example 6, the first condition choice is equal to 1 is false, so the second condition choice is equal to 2 written in elif statement is checked. The condition is true, so the statement which is written below the second elif statement using tab indentation has been executed and the output has been printed on the screen. The if-elif statement. Solved Python programs. Let us learn more about programming with the following solved examples. Question 1. Input age of the person and check whether he or she is eligible for voting or not. This is a simple if-else example in Python. Here, we will read the age of the person by using input O function and convert the entered age value to the integer by using int O function. Then we will check the condition as to whether age is greater than or equal to 18 or not. If the age is greater than or equal to 18, the person will be eligible for voting, otherwise he or she is not eligible to vote. Program. Question 2. Input 3 integer numbers and find the largest of them using nested if-else. Program. Question 3. Input some amount and calculate the discount based on the amount and rate of discount given in Python. The discount rates are. Program. Question 4. Design a calculator type of application that will perform add, subtract, multiply and divide operations using Python. Program. Solved. Sum up. The three fundamental methods of control flow in a programming language are sequential control, selection control, iterative control. In sequential control flow method, the program is executed line by line. Example, from the first line to the second line, then from the second line to the third line and so on. Selection control allows a program to execute a selected number of statements instead of executing all the statements. In Python, there are three types of decision-making statements which helps us to implement selection control mechanism. If statement is the simplest form of decision making the statement, it takes an expression and if it evaluates to true, the block of code in if statement executed. The if-else statement checks the expression and executes the if block when the expression is true. Otherwise, it executes the else block of code. In Python, we have an elif keyword to chain multiple conditions one after another.